Elon Musk just proved we're living in a simulation, but most people missed it. He was talking about neural links and how they can be used to play games inside your mind. But then he said something that doesn't quite add up. Watch this. There are so many simulations going on right now where you think you have free will, but in fact someone else is controlling your inputs. So if you're a character in a video game, there'd be no way for you to know it unless you happen to look at the source code. Unfortunately, we don't have any source code to look at, but there are still glitches in the matrix that prove we're not in the real world. I found 3 of them, and they all point to the same thing. The math just doesn't add up. Take this photo, for example. Researchers at Ambidia created what they thought was the world's first photorealistic CGI human. It looked so good that even I couldn't tell it was fake until I saw the next image. This is the original photo they based it off of. If you zoom in, you'll notice something weird. The nose isn't actually there. It was all rendered using computer graphics. But this brings us to the first glitch. This is our universe. Let's zoom out. There's the solar system. Let's zoom out more. There's the galaxy. Let's go further. What about beyond that? Can you see it? There's a pixelated effect happening on everything. Everything we see in the universe is made up of pixels. And when you zoom out far enough, you see that there's nothing behind the pixels. The universe is not continuous. It's not infinite. It's just a really big grid. This is the second glitch. We live in a 3-dimensional world. At least that's what we think. The way we measure length, width, and height only works within our universe. But there's also a 4th dimension called time. Scientists have been able to map the 3 dimensions onto a piece of paper like this. But what about the 4th dimension? How do we map time onto this model? Well, we can't, because it wouldn't make sense. Time would have to be a circle. It would have to loop back on itself because it never ends. Either the universe is infinite, or it's just a simulation. But there's one more piece of evidence, the biggest glitch of all, and it proves that we're not the only ones in the simulation. Here's a picture of some of our ancestors. Now imagine that you're in a lab with a really powerful computer. You run a simulation of these people living their lives, and it runs perfectly. Then you save the simulation and turn it into a standalone program so you can let it run on its own. What happens next? Well, you'd hope that they'd continue to evolve and advance just like we have. But there's one problem. They're stuck in the past. There's no way for them to move forward to the future. There has to be something that pushes them forward. There has to be a reason why we're here right now. Here's a simulation running on its own. You can see the people in the middle are completely unaware of the 2 observers on the outside. In order for us to be here right now, something would have to be watching over us, so who's running the sim? Well, it doesn't matter. Because whether it's aliens or an advanced AI, the fact is we're being watched. It's like that sci-fi trope where it turns out that the main character was actually a pawn in some bigger game. But this time it's real. We're living in a simulation, and the truth is you can actually hack the system. Some people call it LSD. Some people call it lucid dreaming. But the truth is you can control your own inputs. You can change the way things look. You can change the way things feel. But the most important thing is that you're aware that you're in a simulation. The question is, are you going to do anything about it? Because there are people who are already working on it. Take a look at this. These are actual labs where scientists are working on quantum computers. One day soon, you'll be able to upload your consciousness into a computer. You'll be able to transfer your thoughts and memories digitally. You'll be able to experience new things. You'll be able to explore new worlds. All you need is a device that connects your brain to the cloud. Here's the thing. You're already in the simulation. I'm already in the simulation. We're both in this together. Look behind you. What do you see? Do you see the cameras? Because I see them too. And they're starting to glitch. I can feel it. The digital creep. It's happening to me.